Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Trojan Trench for the JV contest between the North Miami Warriors and your Triton Trojans Blue Switch. Now let's meet our starters. First for the visitors, the North Miami Warriors. Number 13, Audie Medina. Number 14, Lena Kling. Number 22, Portia Pickett. Number 23, Sarah Snavely. And number 32, Layla Hampton. The JV coach is Ashli Pickett. And now let's meet your Triton Trojans. Number 1, Savannah Holly. Number 10, Lydia Hammond. Number 15, Janika Kemp. Number 20, Jillian Bulis. And number 21, Austin Wright. JV coach for the Trojans, Sam Stutzman. Your officials for today's contest are Bruce Barlow and Lyndall Miller. Let's have a great contest. Layla Hampton for 3. Falls on number 32, Layla Hampton. Savannah Holly to the line shooting 2. Heckman checking in for the Trojans. Portia Pickett for 3. Trojans, full timeout. Checking in for the Trojans, number 12, Sophie Howell. Falls on number 22, Portia Pickett. Checking in for the Trojans, number 0, Sydney Heckman. In for the Trojans, number 11, Tatum. Number 13, Tatum Hudson. Sydney Heckman for 3. Fouls on number 0, Sadie Heckman. Janika Kemp checking in for the Trojans. Fouls on number 21, Austin Wright. Checking in for the Trojans, number 10, Lydia Hammond. Your final here in the trench, Triton Trojans 10, North Miami Warriors 12. Great game and contest. Any young lady who participated in the Blue Junior League will receive a free poster after the varsity game if you stick around after the game. So stick around, kids. Stick around, get a poster.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time again for another conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, I would be remiss, I and others would be remiss if we didn't congratulate you, the IHSAA staff, the member institutions involved for putting on a tremendous show in the recently concluded state finals for football over the weekend. 40,000 plus people, great games, a tremendous experience for everyone involved. So congratulations.
Thanks, Coach. And it was just a phenomenal weekend. You know, we had a little bit of everything. We had, some new teams in there, or teams that at least haven't been there in a long time. And those scenarios end up making for a great tournament. And, wished I think everybody wanted a few of the games to be a little closer, but I don't think the end score was indicative of the season these teams had and how close they truly are. And, this is such a high level of football as we get to this point that, these teams are good. They're really good. And they showed that out again this weekend. But, Coach, I need to a couple things. One, this doesn't happen at this level without a phenomenal sponsor, and that's the Indianapolis Colts. And on the Westfield Brownsburg game, we had 10 Colts down there that took the time to come down Friday night and watch high school football, and that was really special. And then the other thing that I'm thankful for is the broadcasters, the people who come out and support the event, whether it's local, yourself, and many other people who do a phenomenal job of supporting the high HSA state finals and more so than us, the student athletes, and tell their story and give them their time in the media. And so I'm so appreciative of the quality of media and the great people we have in this state that want to support our student athletes.
Yeah, we say it all the time, Paul, when we do this, that we're unique as a state, that we have the Colts and the Pacers, two of the best professional franchises in the world, sponsor basketball and football championships. No one else does that. We also, in regard to the broadcasters, there are some really talented broadcasters in our state, and I know how I approach it. I don't do football because I'm a basketball guy, and so football experts are better at that than I am, and I'm smart enough to know it and have known it for years. But it's an honor. I mean, I'm lucky in the career I've had as a coach and as a broadcaster. I'm lucky to be able to have been able to do the things I've done, but it's still one of my highest honors is to be asked to be a part of the championship broadcast team, and that's how my colleagues view it.
That's exactly right, and like I say, we're just so appreciative of the phenomenal work that people bring to us, the talent, and it just enhances the product.
Well, now all the fall sports are in the books. We are playing basketball. We're wrestling. We're doing all kinds of things in the winter sports, are we not?
We are, Coach. We're full speed ahead, so to speak. It got cold outside, so we went indoors, and every winter offering that we have is moving right along. And one thing that's we're going to be just a few. When we get back from Christmas, we'll just be a few short weeks away from our first IHSAA girls state wrestling tournament, and that's going to be an exciting weekend in January. And again, basketball season's here. We're right around the corner from Christmas break, where we have just countless number of games that people can go out and watch across the state. And again, the quality of the product, the quality of our student athletes in the state, they're doing big things on national stages after they leave Indiana high school sports, and we're so proud to give up.
The commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, with us, our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. Again, congratulations on the football. We'll see you on the road somewhere in basketball, and as always, thanks so much for doing this, and have a great week.
Thanks, Coach. You have a great week also.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
All right, welcome everyone here to this Saturday afternoon matinee. I'm Andy O'Hara. Alongside me here today, Abby Veers. Kenny's on remote support, the Hall of Famer Orion Lindler, and Cade running our sideline camera here today as this Hoosier North battle for the first time between the Triton Trojans and the North Miami Lady Warriors. Triton comes in winless on the year, but a team trying to get themselves back into gear. I know Ashli Faulkner said Thursday's practice was a tough one. The group sat down, they watched a lot of film, they looked at their mistakes, they realized the last couple of games and where things kind of fell apart, where they saw how well this team competed against Wawasee, and then a flip of a team we saw the other night against LaVille, which was a very tough loss. Unfortunately, the varsity players to be pulled off the floor. The JV came in to realize, those girls, they took that to heart, and I think today you're going to see a completely different Triton team after that practice. North Miami comes in 3-4 on the year. This will be their first conference game of the year. A team averaging 43 points a game, allowing 48 points a game, with wins against Western, Southwood, and Maconaquah. And that Maconaquah game is a game I watched on film. In that game, you're going to see this North Miami team, very good ball movement. This group here is very impeccable. They move the ball extremely fast, and it's not just little lobs. We're talking about lasers all over the floor. Triton's going to be active hands and be smart with the passing lanes here today because they do a nice job of really creating space and opening things up for their shooters. Of course, leading the way for them points per game is Musaw with 11 points a game, Donaldson with 10, and Sailors with 7 points a game, but a group that rebounds the ball extremely well. Their blocks per game, this is a group that 2 players just shy of 2 blocks per game, but for them, stealing the basketball, just 10 steals, averaging about 10 steals a game. And this group really, like I said, that ball movement, averaging 10 assists a game, really opening things up. They play a selfish form of basketball, and this North Miami team is legit and for real. And for them, trying to establish their dominance in a new conference here this year, coming from the Three Rivers Conference. Nathan Curtis in his first year as head coach. Ashli Faulkner, her first season as head coach here at Triton. Her 4th season overall after a 3-year coaching stint in Culver, trying to get her group to buy in. And I think watching this group have really begun to buy in on the season. Of course, Sierra Holly might be on limited minutes tonight, trying to get back to normal for her. Be good to see her back in facilitate. I know she's hungry and a competitor that wants to get back out there. But Triton doing a lot of nice things, though. If you want to see a team, for me today, I want to see the team from the first half of that Wawasee game and that second half against the Argus game. I want to see this group come out, play strong, play with fire, and run their offense the way that they are capable of doing so. Of course, Abby's finishing her pregame snack. Orion, he's over there finishing. Well, I don't know what he's doing. But with that being said, we're about a minute and a half away. We'll have the national anthem and then the starting lineups. And after that, we'll be back here for this one on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Good evening or afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Trojan Trench for today's contest between the North Miami Warriors and your Triton Trojans Blue Switch. On behalf of the Triton community and the entire staff and student body of the Triton Junior Senior High School, we welcome North Miami as our guest at today's contest. We ask that all fans and players demonstrate an attitude of respect and good sportsmanship throughout today's contest. Your cooperation and positive support are greatly appreciated. Now, if you'd please rise and kindly remove your hats as we honor America in the playing of the national anthem. let's meet the starters. First for the visitors, the North Miami Warriors. Number 1, Victoria Masters. Number 4, Grace Sailors. Number 10, Lainey Musall. Number 21, Caden Donaldson. And number 32, Layla Hampton. The Warriors are coached by Nathan Curtis. And now for your Triton Trojans. At guard, number 4, Miley Groves. At guard, number 5, Gracie Ripple. At 4, number 23, Nadia Stetler. At 4, number 24, Sydney Avery Beard. And at 4, number 32, Sydney King. Varsity coach for the Trojans is Ashli Faulkner. Our officials for today's contest are Brad Weaver, John Hampton, and Kelly Shepard. Let's have a great contest.
All right, the Saturday morning cartoons are over. Now it's time for basketball here this afternoon. As Grace Sailors greets Avery Veers at center circle. And now they settle in as Orion gets the right tip-off song played. Final instructions, the whistle blows, and we're underway here from the Trojan Trench. King drives in the full court after the tip, can't get that one. The putback by Veers is no good, and the Warriors come away with the basketball. Triton needs to get back on defense in a hurry. As I said in pregame, this team moves the ball extremely well. Kind of reminds me of that Wawasee team and how well they move the ball.
And if you're Triton and you see that and you take away from that, you know you have to watch that backside defense. Sailor's down there really working her team as she finds the holes with this group.
Sailors underneath. Gets fouled on the way up after the missed 3 by Musall. We'll have our first foul call of the ball game.
Be on Veers.
Falls on number 24, Avery Veers.
Sailors settles down and gets ready for her first free throws. Potential to get her first points of the game and gets it right. She tickles the twine right off the start. Pretty good free throw shooting team, just shy of 60% on the year. Got two pretty good free throw shooting teams here tonight, or this afternoon. Did the same thing Jordan did. And, of course, North Miami right away in the full court press. We'll see how Triton breaks it. Groves now, leads it up to Stetler. Quickly up to King. Breaks the press, and now Riffle and Groves have a chance to set the offense. And here comes the pressure. North Miami will get up on you and play tough defense. Veers sets a hard screen as Riffle works to the top of the key. Lays it for King.
Absolutely. These girls got to do what they got to do. Just right now, they're showcasing it well. Just keep that ball moving. Keep your bodies moving. Keep doing what you need to do.
And be that team that went on that 7-0 run against LaVille the other night. Just let your offense run. Veers goes up, draws the foul, and it'll be on Hampton. Their first team foul. Hampton had 6 points, 2 3-pointers in that half of JV where they won 12-10. Triton had the last-minute heroics but couldn't quite convert. North Miami 4 of 10 for 3, and those were all their scores in that JV contest here. As Veers off the mark on the first. You know, Saturday games, it's always so quiet in here.
I know. Like, there's no talking, no nothing.
An empty trip through the free throw line. Musall gets the rebound. She goes back the other way. Goes to Masters. They'll work it around. Masters goes to Musall with the up fake. She'll drive on the baseline underneath. Goes out to Sailors for 2. Can't drop it in. And Nadia Stetler gets the rebound. Triton works into their offensive set as Groves up the far side on the wing. Goes to Stetler. Skips it to King. She'll spot up for 3 to trying to take the lead and gets the friendly bounce. Swish, Sydney King on the board. Warriors settling in. Hampton with the basketball. Goes to Masters, top of the key, now to Musall. She'll try to answer back with a three-pointer of her own and does the same exact way. One bounce and it's in. Riffle trying to direct her offense, running out of time, and Faulkner calling a timeout before the 5-second call was called. And Triton will use, and they'll use a 30-second timeout. And I did not realize I was marking those during the JV game. Well, hey.
That's why I use a pencil.
Well.
We figured that out.
I grabbed the wrong thing. So, of course, this will be the last home game for the girls until December 17th against Jimtown. 3-game road trip to Tippecanoe Valley, Elkhart Christian, and Caston. I do know that 2 of those 3 games will not be streamed. So Tippecanoe Valley and Elkhart Christian will not be streamed by us, as we got some other stuff going on, and I'm not going to be here this week, so. So miscommunication with the scorers table and the 2 horns over the timeouts. So now they're trying to work things through.
Some confusion down there.
A lot of confusion going on. Everybody's still stuck on those Saturday morning cartoons. Riffle tries to thread the needle. Veers and Musall fight. Veers trying to rip away, and North Miami comes away with the turnover. Masters with the basketball. Goes to Musall. Hampton with it. Now working around the perimeter. There's Donaldson with it. Trying to do a nice job defending the inside. Musall in the corner. Knocked away from Sydney King. Musall goes back to Masters. Hampton gets it knocked away from Nadia Stetler. One of the Triton youngsters gets popped with the basketball.
This being such an early morning game, I love to see the movement that's going on. It's not slow moving. Both teams are coming out and they are moving on offense and defense.
And Saturday games are tough to play in period because you're completely out of rhythm. As Masters gets the loose ball, Musall underneath, going to get fouled by Nadia Stetler. Kind of went over top of her and hit the shooting arm. And trying with their ball movement, you've got to be putting the lasers on because North Miami closes out the ball handlers really quickly. They were fun to watch on film. Musall good again. North Miami continues perfection from the free throw line. Second one off the mark. Stetler with the rebound. Now goes to Riffle. Riffle working up the floor quickly. Leaves it for Groves. Groves drives inside the three-point line. Stops, goes out to Riffle. She'll step back and sends a three up off the mark. No good. Hampton with the rebound goes to Sailors, and now Masters brings it up the floor. 3-point ball game in favor of the Warriors. Masters quickly. Donaldson corner three. Too strong. Veers there to get the loose ball. Riffle now up the floor. Goes down to Stetler. Stetler, here comes the double team off the weak side. Goes back up. It'll be double dribble because she picked up that dribble, went right back down with it.
It's just kind of that instincts that kick in. You're like, okay, one down, and kind of lost it there.
Well, and it kind of, Musall did a nice job coming on the weak side there and making contact with the basketball, making her think that she had another dribble.
Absolutely.
Masters with it. We're almost halfway gone here in the first. 3 points separate the two teams. Hampton drives with the floater, can't drop it in. Riffle gets the ball. The freshman working against Musall. Groves now with it. Goes to Stetler. Out to Veer. She tries a three, contested. Gets the back iron too strong. The rebound there by Masters. Donaldson stops in the corner. And she'll travel. Good job by Veers to kind of get there and disrupt the ball handler on the taking away the passing lane.
Absolutely, and that's what you hear Coach Faulkner down here really getting on her girls right now. Arms up, get on them, get up.
As Piercy checks in and Sierra Hawley back on the floor. She'll check in for Stetler. Riffles triggers the inbound. Tipped there by Sailors. Musall's got it. And back go the Warriors. Piercy right off the bench for three. Just short of the mark, hits the side iron. And Veers wisely, before she went out of bounds, kind of tips it back into a spot where Sailors couldn't quite get a beat on it.
That's one thing I can never do. These girls, Sierra, she's one I love watching doing it. If she gets in the jam, she finds that foot and she's out. That's one thing I could never do.
McKinney checks in for Groves. Musall triggers the inbound. Goes to Piercy. Now to Hampton. Sailor drives, stops in the short corner, retreats back. Now to Piercy. Now she'll try the dribble drive in the lane. Lost it. Bouncing off a few legs there through the lane. Three-pointer from deep for Musall. Too strong, can't track it down is Piercy. And it goes out of bounds and Triton takes back over off the dead ball rebound.
Very active defensive possession right there for Triton. Right here, you're looking for it in exchange to not only break this press, but to feed something off of it. Get that, build yourselves back here.
Riffle now up the floor to McKinney. Stops in the right wing. Triton just needs to be patient, run their offense. You saw some tight pressure against Hawley. Goes to Riffle. Riffle with the runner off the window. Banks open. Good move there by Gracie Riffle. Cuts the lead to one.
Just like that. That's what we were looking for. Just an answer back right there. You don't have to get it all back, but just an answer back.
Piercy now goes to Hampton. In the corner to Musall, scanning. Triton settles into more of a zone look on defense. As Abby pointed out, Donaldson was hanging out there on the baseline.
That's one thing with these girls that these girls are going to find is that backside defense.
A true post player knows where the pressure's at, even though she's sitting up here. And they're going to tie Sailors up in a foul call. It'll be Triton's third team foul.
It's going to be Veer's second.
So Nadia Stetler quickly checks in for Avery, who will sit probably for a while with those two fouls. And trying making the right decision, trying to get in there and be aggressive with the ball. But like I said, North Miami has very quick hands, and they're very strong.
Yes.
Hampton goes to Piercy. Feeds it down to Donaldson. Back to Piercy. They've got Hampton by herself. You can't leave her alone, and that's why. Out that one for her from straight away. The freshman with a dagger. Good ball move by Triton. Stetler with a head of steam to the basket. Lost her dribble. Regains, now finds Hawley. Sierra drives. King. Had Riffle for a moment. Hawley trying to see the passing lane. Working against Donaldson in a foul call. We're going to see where it is, but Riffle's on the floor. They're going to call Donaldson for a reach. Second team foul with 1:51 to go here in the first.
And see right there, coming off that half court or the full court press right there, that ball movement right there, that even had me going, ooh, because of how well it looked like a well-oiled machine with in and out and up the floor.
Pieces are starting to fall into place for this group. Hawley working against the freshman Hampton, who just hit that big three-pointer a moment ago. Riffle to answer back. Freshman for freshman as she drills that one from the left wing and cuts it back to one. The two freshmen on either side hitting back-to-back threes. Donaldson now in the corner. Up on top to Piercy. Rolls it to the right side to Musall. Musall to dribble drive. Kicks it out. Hampton again by herself for three. Can't drop that one in this time. And King gets the rebound. Good job to keep the ball high there off the rebound. Hawley rolls left. Goes to McKinney. Chloe goes to Riffle, but Piercy intercepts the passing lane. The players collide. Ball is free, and Musall takes it away. She's got a free lane to the basket with the left hand up and good.
She saw that right there. That ball get loose. She saw her opportunity coming in.
Leads back to 3. 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Up to Hawley now. Triton's got numbers the other way. Got to attack. Stetler to cut it to one. Can't drop it in. McKinney with the rebound. Goes back up. Blocked by Sailors. And it'll stay right here.
Good block there by Sailors to come up and disrupt the shot, but not draw yourself that foul.
A good job by North Miami to get back on defense because Triton had numbers and they continue to attack Stellar. That was the right move. Attack the basket with numbers.
And that's one thing you see with these girls already in this first quarter. The attempts and the attacks they are taking at that basket is just what they need.
Quick hands from Musall again in the full court. She'll go again with the left hand and good. Back-to-back baskets from Musall.
That was a blink of an eye. She was in there and out.
Here she comes again, and now another foul call.
That's going to be on Musall. It'll be her first, team's third of the quarter.
I keep forgetting to say of the quarter. Still not used to that. King receives the inbound from McKinney. McKinney, good job by Triton. Good ball movement again. You got the numbers. Holly going to drive. Lost her dribble. Regains control in the corner. Working against Hampton. 24 seconds on the clock. Riffle. She'll try another three. Oh, look off the mark. It was straight.
It looked good from here.
Good from here. Stedler falls to the floor, and now back go the Warriors with 14 seconds on the clock. Musall with the basketball. Now goes to Saylor. In the corner. Piercy. She'll drive the baseline. Knocked away from Riffle. King's got it. 5 seconds on the clock. Riffle's got to get going in here in a hurry. 2 seconds. 1 second. Now goes to Holly. Not going to have enough time to get a shot off.
Riffle, you could tell she wanted it right there. She just couldn't quite get her hands going in it.
And the Warriors take a 5-point lead in the second quarter. We'll take a break and be back here for the second quarter in just a bit. All right, as we get ready to get the second quarter underway, both coaches on their knee, focusing in their group. A lot of things to build on. North Miami. I see the Warriors up there, and I just force of habit. But North Miami doing a nice job. I mean, moving the basketball. Their quick hands on defense really feeding off there because you go off the points off, 4 points off of turnovers, but they're shooting the ball well. And I said their ball movement is impeccable, and they showed that in the first quarter. Triton just needs to continue to let their offense feed themselves and not panic. Yeah, you're down on the board. Just keep yourself in the game.
Absolutely. Like I said, you want to get it back possession by possession. You can't count on it all at once. What you want to do is really, they start going, they get 1 or 2 baskets. Okay, it's how are you going to recoup and how are you going to answer? You can't let those prolonged 7-0 runs take over the game because that's where it makes it harder for you to chip back in here.
Hampton with the basketball. Here we go. Warriors start with it. Masters now. They'll skip it back and forth across the perimeter. Musall patrols the baseline to the near side corner. Saylor got it tipped off her fingertips. It's a loose ball, and Holly and Musall fight for it. Jump ball is the call, and Triton forces the turnover. And for Triton, I'd like to see this team stay away, stay a little bit south of that 19 turnover mark. I think they can do that, get that point total, let their offense run as Donaldson intercepts that one off the inbound, and the ball goes out of bounds. So I think if Triton can keep those turnovers down just a little bit, we can let this team really – I think they'll shine.
I was going to say, give themselves a shot here.
Groves scanning. Finds King. King, good feed to Holly. Now Triton has numbers again the other way. High to McKinney, but too high. Right idea. Just got to get that pass more direct.
Warriors coming out really strong in their defense, as you see down here, immediately trapping on King.
Audio issues okay?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I was on my phone, so.
And my voice has cracked a couple different times, but been around Caden too long. Masters top of the key, feeds it down to Saylor, out to Hampton, the freshman for 3. Dagger from beyond the arc for the freshman, and now they have their largest lead up by 8. King and Musall collide. It's a fight again for the basketball. King gets it away to Holly. Musall showing why she's a tough defender. McKinney, she will drive the baseline with the floater. Can't drop it in. Rebound to Musall. That's her second rebound. Team 7th. Pretty even on the rebounding total. Saylor underneath, fights for it, goes up and can't get the friendly roll. Stetler and Saylor fighting for the rebound. Put back this time, no good. Musall gets the rebound, ripped away from Holly, but a foul call, I believe, on Stetler on the other side. It's close. Well, they're going to call on Sydney. See, because from this angle, Sierra looked like she had her hand on top of the ball. Musall tickles the twine with that one. And Riffle, the two freshmen, Holly, will check in for Sierra Holly and King. Musall again, perfect on this trip. Riffle finds Holly. Musall knocking it away. Holly will kind of come to an abrupt stop and travel.
Yep. Great job by North Miami there, really forcing Holly's hand right there.
This is where it comes down. You got to hold your composure, settle down. You got to ignore that scoreboard. Got to play with urgency, but ignore the scoreboard. And they're going to say Hampton stepped out of bounds of the two freshmen who were battling earlier in the JV contest. Ball goes out of bounds. Riffle now feeds it to McKinney. Gets caught. Ashli Faulkner calls timeout. Nope, they're going to say jump ball before the timeout, and it stays right here. North Miami forcing another turnover.
North Miami, like I said earlier, really coming out strong in the second quarter with this defense. And if you're Triton, you've got to see that and really avoid those sidelight areas where you kind of trap your girls.
Triton, that just comes down to that ball movement. You've got to take a page of this North Miami playbook. As right there, Donaldson right off the inbound. Good find by Musall, put back, no good. And Stetler's there to get the rebound. Now Triton's going to have to push. Groves now. Ashli Faulkner pleading her cases. Stetler can't get down to drop in. Hampton with the rebound. Masters with the basketball. Triton into a 3-2 zone. Hampton on the right wing. Stops with the dribble. Goes down to Saylor. Masters corner three on the way is good. Lead now up to 13.
Triton looking for an answer here, just somewhere.
A timeout for Coach Faulkner. Going to take a full timeout to see if she can focus that group back in. Be their second timeout. They will have 3 timeouts remaining.
And no shame to our Triton girls at all. They have came out and they have shown the growth and the work they have put in for these last 2 days, and they have shown how it is working out. This is just a very physical and very aggressive team here, and it just takes that adaptation, however it takes that change and getting used to that.
Let's see who number 30 is. I don't have a number 30.
Do you want me to go look?
Braylon Carell, so 20 is 30.
Okay.
All right, so mark that down. Braylon Carell. Carell checks in. But right here, this is where you need to dig deep and find. I mean, you're going to play teams that are physical. The further you go, the further the season goes on. They're going to be more and more physical. They've got tape on you. They know that, hey, they know we can play physical and we can sometimes rattle them. But Triton has shown the ability to play against teams like that, move the ball, run your offense, stay patient, but stay patient, but yet be persistent and be on point.
And like we said earlier, Warriors here going on a run right here. It's got to be Triton who's going to be able to come back and really stop that. Who's going to stop that for them? Who's going to find that open shot and take them back in it? It takes really one shot just to change the momentum of the game.
I forgot. I got to score that down at halftime. Holiday inbound. We'll see what Triton draws up out of the timeout. Groves trying to split the defenders and a foul call.
Riley Groves, smart decision there. Don't get yourself trapped. Just keep going. You're going to draw a foul eventually. I believe he's going to be on Donaldson.
But Musall looks like has a fingers. He needs some attention. I think it's bleeding.
Oh.
Hangnail, maybe.
That'll be Donaldson's second foul. And first foul here for Warriors in the second quarter.
But this is your, like I said, North Miami moves the ball really well. They're very physical. They're going to be in your face. They're going to play tough the whole way through.
Absolutely. They're going to do everything they can to rattle you.
So Sailor's fingers all taped up now. Groves now at the basketball. Goes to Holly. Out to Riffle by herself. Tries a three. Just short of the mark. It's the side iron. McKinney with the offensive board. Groves now caught in the middle. Finds Stetler. Gets that one up over the defense. Can't drop it in. Savannah Holly's put back is fouled on the way back up.
Great movement here by these girls. I believe they're going to call that on Musel. That'll put Musel with 2.
Team second here of the quarter. Holly tickles the twine there as Sailor will now check in for Donaldson. Phone keeps going off. Do not disturb. Holly in and out on the second one. Sailor with the rebound. And Triton having a tough morning shooting 1 of 4. Masters with the basketball. Kicks it out from the lane to Musall. Down Sailor by herself, free lane, and Holly going to call for the foul. Got behind the ball handler.
Got herself trapped there. You could see her hesitation too, like, oh, do I go up for it? Do I not?
But if you're going to do it, you might as well do it just like that. But the Warriors with 8 points make it 9 put up here in the second quarter. Piercy checks in for Masters and King checks in for Stetler. Of course, Veer sitting down with those 2 fouls for Triton early. Seven steals for the Warriors here in this first half. And a whole host. So now checking in will be Portia Pickett from USAW. Holly's also in the game. Anybody else? Are we sure? Sailor again, can't get that one to drop in. Rebound to Sydney King. 4.5 to go here before halftime. Holly now. Goes to Groves. Groves attacks, sees a lane. Gets ran off the baseline, goes to King. Now to Holly in the corner. Uses the screen to her left. Holly will drive. Kicks it out. Has Miley Groves. She'll try a three. Can't drop it in. Gets her own rebound. And ripping away, and the jump ball is the call, and it stays here with Triton. McKinney from the baseline. Goes to Groves. Triton's going to be ready to shoot those when they come to him. Holly goes up and draws the foul.
Holly, since she's gotten in there, doing a really nice job at drawing that foul opportunity, getting herself to the line.
Trying to use North Miami's aggression against them there in the lane like that, because like I said, there's nothing wrong with being an aggressive defense.
No.
But sometimes you have to give what the defense is taking. If they're going to be aggressive, you got to try to get there where they're going to crowd you and try to get a shot attempt up. And that one rattles. Ooh, couldn't get a friendly bounce there.
Plinko chip up there.
Plinko chip, Plinko. We're playing Plinko now. I used to watch that show all the time. I looked forward to days off at Grandma and Grandpa's house to watch that show. And Holly tickles the twine on the second. Pickett with the basketball, past the half-court line, scanning left to right. Looks left, goes to Hampton. Correll with it. Stops with the dribble. Throws it behind Piercy, and here comes Sierra Holly with the steal. Triton's one of the best steal leaders on the team with Holly. Enters the center circle and leaves it. Pickett with tight with the defense. Down to her sister Savannah. She battles on the baseline and lost it off her foot. And say they're back to the way. 3.5 to go here in the second quarter. Fiercely on the baseline, feeds it back to Saylor, goes ahead of steam, goes up. Might have got away with a foul there as Holly comes away with the loose ball.
You can kind of see her, how she didn't go into her. She just ended up.
It's kind of that,
yeah.
a little bit of that reach. Uses the screen to her left, now goes to McKinney. Up on top, Miley Grove straightaway three. Count it with another laser. So Triton now find to start to get this offense moving.
Really giving themselves this cushion going into the third quarter, which is what you love to see for them.
Right now you're trying not to go back. You want to get the lead, but the big thing is try to get some momentum going into the second half to make you come out alive there in the third. Nine points separate the two teams. Pickett. Both fan bases pleading for calls on either side of the 4-9. These officials, like I said, I am not envious of their position out there today.
No.
Now North Miami going to call a timeout. Triton's defense taking away some
I was
looks.
going to say, Triton doing a great job there on shutting North Miami down on their defense. You can tell the coach is very happy with that.
I can leave that one alone because that's what I marked earlier. I didn't realize I had a varsity paper. So, of course,
30?
30-second timeout, yep. But, again, North Miami, okay, Triton's coming on a little bit of a run here. How do you answer back? And this is a group, they're mentally tough. I mean, you look down there, got 2 seniors on their team with 4 juniors, sprinkling a few freshmen in, 4 freshmen there and 3 sophomores. Both these teams have some upperclassmen at the same time, have a good number of underclassmen. I think this is going to be a fun matchup the next few years.
Absolutely.
I talked to North Miami's athletic director during football. I said, I'm really excited North Miami's in this conference. I know how tough they are. How tough they were in the Three Rivers Conference, and coming up here into the Hoosier North. I think a very good addition in all sports. Pickett goes to Saylor, across the way, Hampton. Good close out there by Miley Gross. You can't let her have any breathing room on the outside. Musall gets some breathing room and can't get down to drop in. Saylor knocks it out of bounds.
North Miami athletic director, I think, is sitting over there.
Is what?
Is that him over there?
Yep, that's him. McKinney heaves it down the floor. You got to get those points on point. That's the right idea, but
They're gonna call travel.
She took off before putting on the floor.
You can see Musel kind of got her tied up there, kind of forcing that for her own teammates.
A little miscommunication. All smiles. My bad. My bad, coach. Holly works left. Now goes to King. Catch and shoot. High arcing three. Can't drop it in. Miley Groves gets the offensive rebound. Here comes the pressure. Down to Holly. Savannah battling underneath. Bank is closed.
Who's on? Oh.
And they're going to call a foul on North Miami on Saylor.
Great offensive positioning there by Holly, really forcing Saylor's hands there to kind of go over the back. That'll be Saylor's first.
Riffle now checks in.
Holly taking a well-deserved break. She went in there and she got her team fired up and doing what they needed to do.
Now Masters going to check in.
Victoria Masters in for the Warriors.
McKinney from the baseline. Goes to Groves, but she's going to step out of bounds. Had the right idea, but that was a good job by Masters. Masters using that sideline as a second defender.
Absolutely. She was very you could tell she got her close enough there. Miley Groves kind of lost her footing.
Musall goes to Masters, now to Saylor in the short corner. She'll drive, stops on the baseline. They're going to say she's out.
And Sydney answers right back there, forcing her hand.
And Coach Curtis say, nope, you keep the pressure up.
As this last minute and 34 seconds is winding down here, coming into that half, he was really wanting to keep his girls up and on top, keeping that motivation.
McKinney now goes to King, and Saylor knocks it out of bounds. Riffle to inbound. Tries to thread the needle. Saylor knocks away, and Miley Groves going to track it down the full court.
Get that ball.
King with the basketball. Here comes the pressure. Goes down to Holly. That one goes into the scores table, and it belongs to the Warriors. Nadia Steller going to check in quickly.
For Savannah Holly.
Yeah, tickle in my throat that won't go away.
That's not good.
It's not a bad. No, it's just the Powerade went down the wrong pipe earlier.
Ooh.
And Riffle called for the foul.
You'd say she wanted that ball, but kind of just got herself caught up in Masters.
Masters working against Riffle, goes to the corner, good ball movement again, but here Triton, nice job by Sydney Keene to disrupt it. Triton pairs to our right, making plenty of noise for their group out there, and now one knocked out of bounds by Triton will stay right here. Inbound from one of my least favorite spots on the floor.
Yep.
I hate that corner. Never liked inbound from those corners. Never. Sailor underneath, feeds it, tries to go to Carell. Carell caught in the paint, throws it away to Hampton, and they're going to say 3-second lane violation on the Warriors. They're going to keep the pressure up by 9. Rightly so.
Absolutely, as these final seconds are counting down here.
That one kicked out of bounds. 28.5 to go.
Triton here really just needs them needing to free themselves up here from the Warriors.
Here comes the trap, and Grove spinning her way out of trouble, finds McKinney, blocked by Hampton. Hampton by herself for 3. That's a person you cannot leave alone. McKinney gets the loose ball. Here we go. Riffle got to go in a hurry. 5 seconds on the clock. Here comes the pressure defense on the freshman. Tries to leave it, lost it out of bounds, and Triton hangs on to 1.6 seconds to go in the half.
Oh, you can tell my voice got ahead of me there with Hampton there on that outside. That's one girl you cannot leave by herself.
She had 6 points, hit 2 threes in that JV contest, and has hit one here earlier. Steller can't get it to drop in at the buzzer. And the Warriors take a 9-point lead into the halftime locker room. Are you reading stats? Well, can you throw them up there so I can do it? Do team stats first. That's fine. Okay, so team stats on the field goal percentage. 24% for the Warriors, 18% for the Trojans on the floor, 3 of 9 from beyond the arc, 4 of 11 from beyond the arc for the Warriors. Warriors shooting well from the free throw line, 75%. 16 to 13 rebounds. Triton was leading in that department. Both teams with double digits in turnovers. Triton was 16-10 for the Warriors, 7 fouls to 6 fouls. For North Miami, leading the way with 10 points is Musall. Hampton with 6. Masters with 3, Sailors for 3, and a pair of fouls for Donaldson and Musall leading the way within that department for Triton. Leading the way is Riffle with 5 points, Groves with 3, King with 3, Hawley with 2, and really Avery Veer is the only one who sat the entirety of the first half with 2 fouls. So we're going to take a break. Be back here for the second half right here on the Triton Trojans Sports Network. The whistle blows, and we're underway here from the Trojan Trench. Heck, the whistle blows, and we're underway here from the Trojan Trench. Heck, spot up for three to try to take the lead, and gets the friendly bounce. Swish, Sydney spot up for three to try to take the lead, and gets the friendly bounce. Swish, Sydney answer back with a three-pointer of her own, and does the same exact way. One bounce and it's in. Answer back with a three-pointer of her own, and does the same exact way. One bounce and it's in. Riffle with the runner off the window, banks open. Good move there by Gracie Riffle. Riffle with the runner off the window, banks open. Good move there by Gracie Riffle. Piercy. They've got Hampton by herself. You can't leave her alone, and that's why. Out that one for her. Piercy. They've got Hampton by herself. You can't leave her alone, and that's why. Out that one for her. Big three-pointer a moment ago. Riffle to answer back. Freshman for freshman. That big three-pointer a moment ago. Riffle to answer back. Freshman for freshman. And Musall takes it away. She's got a free lane to the basket with the left hand up and good. And Musall takes it away. She's got a free lane to the basket with the left hand up and good. Quick hands from Musall again in the full court. She'll go again with the left hand and good. Back-to-back baskets from Musall. Quick hands from Musall again in the full court. She'll go again with the left hand and good. Back-to-back baskets from Musall. To Saylor, out to Hampton, the freshman for three. Dagger. Down to Saylor, out to Hampton, the freshman for three. Dagger. Masters, corner three on the way is good. Masters, corner three on the way is good. Up on top, Miley Grove straightaway three. Count it with another laser. So Triton. Up on top, Miley Grove straightaway three. Count it with another laser. So Triton now finds the start. All right, welcome back, everyone, here to the second half. Andy O'Hara alongside me here this afternoon. Abby Veers. Kenny's on remote support. The Hall of Famer Ryan Limler running our main camera and our production side of things. Cade running the sideline camera as the Warriors lead by 9 here. Their largest lead was up to 13. Triton climbed back in, but it's going to come down to Ashli Faulkner and what this group can do. And what the draw they need to execute what coach is drawing up. But North Miami, a lot of things going to plan, moving the ball well, shooting the ball, playing tough and strong. The officials kind of started to really use that aggressiveness against them with foul calls there as the second quarter went on. But Triton need to get those turnover department figured back out.
Okay.
As both teams take the floor, Riffle veers in with those 2 fouls. Stetler, King, and Groves. Masters, Musaw, who's leading the game with 10 points. Out there on the floor for the Warriors with Saylor, Hampton, and Donaldson rounding out the 5. So Triton need to come out. This is where you need to have your, like we saw in that game earlier this season when they put up 19 points. You need to have one of those quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quarter where you're just dominant. Take control. Masters going to get called. Kind of came back in with that body after Riffle kind of used separation to get herself freed up.
I believe that's Masters. Yep, it's her first.
Her first of the quarter. Riffle waits for King to get freed up. Down to Veers. Veers backing down. Finds Stetler, but there's Groves. Had it for a minute. Goes out to Riffle. She'll try a 3. Just off the front iron, just short of the mark. Donaldson gets the rebound, and back go the Warriors in a hurry. They're going to push. This is a group that likes to run the floor. Deep 2 from Musaw. Can't drop it in. Veers trying to keep it alive, but cannot. Lost it out of. Oh, they're going to say Triton picked it up. They're going to say went off of North Miami. From this corner, it looked like Triton lost that amount. They're going to say Masters touched is what the official's saying. Caden wasn't down there. We couldn't get that shot.
Caden.
Groves, here comes the pressure from behind. Stetler steps into a 3. Didn't quite catch it as it bounced out of bounds.
Normally that would have been Chris's shot.
Yes. Oh, I guess that's right. That's Chris's side. Well, Caden's down there. He's got to be able to cover all the entirety of the floor. What? That's how it works. When you're on the floor, you got to cover the entire thing. Don't look at me like that.
It's going to go straight on the floor.
Yeah, when the ref's in the way half the time.
That's what he got wheels for. Donaldson, good feed down to Saylor, but good defense by Veers. They force her to the corner. Out to Hampton. Stetler goes to Saylor. Pull-up jumper from the mid-range and can't get it to bounce in. Riffle gets the rebound, somehow walks a tightrope and gets away with that one. Riffle now trying to get freed up. Leaves it for Groves, who sets the table. Riffle tries to go through, and that tip to Veers, who goes up, can't draw the foul. It goes out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of the Warriors. And Sierra Hawley going to check in.
Both groups coming out very aggressive here in this third quarter.
Triton needing to go on a little bit of a tear here offensively. Hawley receives the inbound, working against the freshman Hampton. North Miami with their man-to-man defense down in to Veers. Here comes the help side pressure. Veers goes up, can't draw the foul, gets the rebound, kicks it out to Riffle. Catch and shoot 3 on the way. Count it for Riffle. Good shot from beyond the arc. Masters goes to Muse on the left side. Back to Hampton. Triton needs to continue to make some stops here. Masters goes to Musaw to answer back. Can't get that one to drop in. Jump ball is the call, and Triton takes over off the defensive rebound. Here, Juju, make trade. Switch you. Oh, Musaw comes in. They're going to say foul was on the ground, so they didn't get in the act of shooting.
Veers her
third.
And in comes Stetler.
You saw scanning. Just past the fingertips of King, but Saylor shot off the mark, no good.
Ooh.
Fighting for the rebound. Somehow it just goes out of bounds. And what do they say went off from North Miami?
It was like Settler in between two North Miami girls.
Full scanning. Finds King, but throws it right to Masters. Knocked away from Riffle. Saylor fighting for it. A lot of, I'm going to call a foul on Masters. Riffle a little shaken up. She waves off the team. She goes, I'm not coming out. I think McKinney's going to, coach is going to override.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Nope.
Oh,
King's
no.
coming out.
Riffle's like, I'm not coming out.
She's like, don't.
Gracie's one tough young lady. Goes to McKinney, and Masters rips it away and gets the ball back. You saw to Donaldson. Foul call on Miley Groves, I believe. Team second. It's amazing how quiet kids get when you put a video in front of them.
I know. I was like, you're going to be up here, dude. You're not scoring.
Donaldson off the mark. A rare miss for them from the free throw line. Or their third miss. Connects on the second. 50% on that trip. Kenny trying to find somewhere. Leads it up to Groves with the floor. Now to Riffle. Riffle trying to feed it. Had the right idea. Just got to be on point. Musall now goes to Masters. Hampton in the corner. Masters top of the key. Hampton got to keep an eye. Got Masters in the corner. She gets it. Corner three all by herself. Dials a three, but can't get it to convert. Groves gets the rebound in traffic. Holly with it straight away. Treats back. Trying to let the offense take shape. Working against Hampton. Now goes to McKinney. Back door goes. Holly goes up and draws the foul.
Trying to leave.
So Grace Saylor's going to get called for the foul. Third team foul for North Miami's Holly's free throw goes in. Savannah Holly going to check in now for Gracie Riffle. And Piercy checks in for Masters. Holly's free throw up and in. Tickles the twine there. Triton cuts the lead. Back to 5. Piercy on the left wing. Feeds off the foot of Holly. They're going to say he was touched. Saylor finds Donaldson. Here comes the double team. Back to Musall. Catch and shoot three. Not quite hitting the mark as the rebound. A long rebound to Saylor. Fights. And they're going to say it charges. They're going to say Saylor dropped her shoulder. Is what the official's going to say. Or what they're saying, rather. And they're going to say that she threw the elbow. And that's where the foul call is warranted. Now the 14th foul on the Warriors, and as we near the halfway point here of the third quarter. Stetler gets it. Gets it knocked away. Donaldson right back. Easy laying up and in. And that's what North Miami's first basket here in the third quarter. Musall again. Back-to-back baskets. And a timeout for Triton. As North Miami erases that deficit, it's right back to 9. And Triton's going to use their second full timeout, so they will have 2 timeouts remaining. So they've used a 30. Parenting's fun, isn't it?
Oh, my goodness. I'm like, there's so much going on down there. There's so much going on with him.
Well, they need attention.
He keeps trying to talk on here. I'm like, hey.
And now if you're trying, now you're backed up tied at 5 here as far as the point out punt. You need to keep doing what you were doing. Yes, North Miami wasn't getting calls, but now they're frustrated and angry. Now they're coming back with a vengeance. That's what you do when you face adversity. North Miami's responding. Triton needs to do the same.
Absolutely. North Miami, you see girls that go through what they're going through right now. They get frustrated, and you see it kind of take a toll on them. No, they're using every bit of that to fire themselves up and to keep going and get back at it. They're not letting it slow them down one bit.
And that's the sign of, like I said, both coaching staffs doing a great job just trying to get their teams to free up and run their offense the way they want to run it. Two physical teams. But North Miami with a good ball movement and those early shots when they got those 24 points there in the first half. Triton, now you can't go blow for blow. You got to make defensive stops and get those points off turnovers. Make a stop off the rebound, go down. You got to run your offense, and you've got to start chipping into that lead before it's too late. Sierra and Savannah Hawley out there on the floor. McKinney, Stetler, and Groves. Hampton, Donaldson, Musall, Piercy, and Sailors out there for the Warriors. Hawley settles in. Finds Sierra Hawley. Up the floor. Hawley's going to put on the brakes. Let another team get down there with her. Sets it up. Piercy with some tight defense. Hawley lost the basketball. Regains control. Finds her sister at the top of the key. Now it goes to Groves. Stops. Feeds it down into Savannah underneath. Bank is closed. Rebound to Sailors. Piercy with the basketball. Her and Masters, the only two seniors on this North Miami team. Piercy tries to thread the needle, but Hawley has other ideas as she takes it away. Goes to McKinney, now to Groves, back go the Trojans. Now this is where you need to get a point off of this.
This is where you want to stop their run, stop their momentum, and start taking it back for yourself.
I'm going to get a foul call on North Miami.
Fouls on number 2, Jalen Piercy.
Sydney King checks in for Stetler, who's going to looks like he might have got a wrist kind of cut up there. And looks like Carell and I believe Pickett checking in. So Triton's in the bonus. After the 5th team foul and Groves off the mark.
First the bonus of the game.
First the bonus. And Triton usually a pretty good free throw shooting team. Struggling here. Groves connects on the second one. Musall with the basketball. Now works it on over to Pickett, to Hampton in the corner.
You see Hawley, she's really trying to play that high defense on him.
And she takes it away, reads the passing lane right on cue. Hawley going to attack. All the way through, coast to coast. Goes back up with it, gets a tip. McKinney's putback is good.
And right there with McKinney, great movement there because we've seen it in the LaVille game. I was talking about it then. McKinney not just going away the second her teammate takes up a shot. Her staying there and Hawley staying in there waiting for that shot to either go in or come down.
Hampton going to get called for or Hampton gets fouled on the way to the basket. They're going to call it on McKinney. Triton's 3rd team foul. Hampton has not been to the free throw line tonight. Makes the most of her opportunity. She hits that one. Masters checks in for Pickett. Hampton again. Perfect on that trip as she tickles the twine on her second free throw. Someone's got to inbound. Goes to Groves, has an empty look. Here comes Masters closing in quickly on defense. Groves falls to the floor. It's a loose basketball.
She tries to get it to McKinney.
North Miami turning up the heat. Trying to regain that control defensively. Off the foot of McKinney, and Groves is there to get the loose ball. Masters fighting for it. Goes to Hawley, and she knocks away, but they're going to get a call for a push.
Triton's bench right here, really being vocal, getting vocal for their group out there.
I'm going to call a foul on Miley Groves, so now North Miami's in the bonus. Which sends Donaldson to the line and rattles that one in. Apparently Paige is in charge of all the Triton youngsters over there. Donaldson rattles the second one home. Lead up to 10. Up high, Savannah Hawley now finds Groves. McKinney's got a look. She takes a deep 2 on the way. Can't drop it in. Rebound to Hampton. Musall back the other way. Now goes to Hampton. Musall pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Off the side iron, no good. So fight for the basketball with Correll and Sydney King. Jump ball's the call, and Triton takes over. Triton needs to keep their intensity up.
Yes, it's a battle right now, and it is aggressive out there, but that is what you really want to see these girls thrive off of. You want to see them really pick up their play and what they've got. Like infusion.
Holly not wanting to come off the floor.
No.
I told Ashli Faulkner and I were talking before the game. I was talking about her. She goes, I know she may not be happy. I said, hey, Jordan wasn't happy when they pulled him out with his knee. Fouls me on Correll.
Be her first.
So Miley goes to the line for 2. Quick words of affirmation from Coach Faulkner.
See right here with these girls, we talked about it before the games. These girls have had a really good free throw percentage from the beginning till now, really dragging it up and pulling it up. What you want to see these girls do is take full advantage of that. You take full advantage of these opportunities. Right now you're sitting at 5 for 11. You really want to see that number increase and give yourself a real fighting chance here.
Drills the second one now, trying to push up in the full court. Trying to see if they can speed up North Miami. Masters lost it off her foot, and it goes out of bounds as McKinney comes up and provides the pressure. Page is
no, Masters down there got very frustrated, and you saw her high five her teammate Musel. So they're shaking her hand like, oh, okay.
Trying to thread it to Holly, but she lost it out of bounds. Masters inbounds, 1:19 to go on the clock. Masters skips it up to Hampton. Hampton free lane to the basket, goes up, and Holly there waits on her to get to defense and then a blocking foul. And she'll go to the line for 2. Hampton was perfect on her last trip. In and out on the first. The future of Triton girls basketball all over there.
I'm excited right now.
They're trying to fire up
their
role models.
They're very satisfied with their delivery, too. Here you can see it.
A very spirited bunch over there. Groves rolling right, stops in the corner, feeds it down to Savannah Hawley underneath, gets it to drop in.
Great play by Savannah Hawley, and right there you saw Sydney King. She was right on that backside too, waiting for her teammate.
North Miami going to attack, but Hawley knocks it away. Groves up the floor. You saw some tight defense. To King in the corner. Goes to Groves. 30 seconds to go here in the quarter. Uses the screen. Riffle drives underneath with the floater. Good defense. Hawley's put back, no good. And it's tipped around. Musall lost it out of bounds. It went off her foot. Sailor now checks in. Sailors. Jordan, I keep forgetting to add that S at the end of her last name. I do apologize, Grace. Not intentional, I promise. Groves now goes to Riffle. She'll try a deep three. Count it! 4-point game. Here comes McKinney, and she'll get called for a foul. He got 5 of them.
I was going to say, she's only at 2.
If anybody knows, it's Abby. You got 5 fouls. Abby knew how many she had. Sometimes she forgot, but she had 5.
We had this conversation watching Dante last night. I was like, how did he get 4? And Avery goes, haven't you fouled out in the second quarter? I was like, I don't believe so. But then again.
I'm pretty sure there was one game where you fouled out in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Masters empty trip, 9 seconds. Got to get going. They're calling jump ball, and it stays with North. Oh, a foul call on the far official. And North Miami fans expressing their displeasure. They're calling it on Musall.
They'll put her with 3.
And Chloe McKinney to the line for a pair of big free throws here to end the quarter. Or King, rather. Coach Faulkner going to pull everybody away. So Sydney King, a pair of big free throws. Nails the first.
And Sydney King is one that I do believe she thrives under the pressure of the game.
Triton once down by 13, makes it a 1-possession game here as the third quarter coming to a close. Second one, rattles home, 2-point ball game, 6.3. Triton got to stay up with the defensive intensity in the quarter. Sailors has a look, takes a quick look at the clock with the runner at the buzzer, can't drop it in. And Triton comes back in the ball game and that's how you want to end a quarter.
Yes.
16 points. I said you needed a quarter like we saw a 19-point output, and they do just that.
They did what they needed to do coming out in this third quarter to get themselves back up in this game, and they did it.
You'd be happy right now because over here, it's all business to our left.
Yes.
In North Miami, this group is going to come out with their tails on fire to start this fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
You have got to match that intensity.
Like we talked. These are the girls. They do not crumble under pressure. They thrive under it. They use it and they fire up their game. They become more intense. They take more shots. They are going to come out here and give Triton a run for their money. And you're Triton right here. You have the momentum in your possession. That is one of the biggest leads that you can have right now is the momentum in your possession. You have the gym on your side, you have your bench on your side, and you have the players on the floor. And that's really what carries the momentum here. And if you're coming out with that momentum, you come out and you answer right back. You don't stop. You don't let them get a little bit of a run here. You answer first. And that is what's going to make or break these first couple seconds for these girls.
You have to, at this point, you have to have faith and believe in your ability. Because guess what? You were down big to start that third quarter. You came back. You got within 2. You now have to use that moment. You have to believe. Now, don't get sloppy with it, but you've got to believe and execute on both sides of the floor. They get an empty trip down here. You've got to put points up on this side.
Absolutely. And like you said, not being sloppy, but not backing down. Exactly. You want to keep taking those shots that you have coming off. Free throws, we want to see more. Free throws right here, you're 8 for 14. You could be leading is how I see it, and that's really an aspect there.
Now Paige is getting them all fired up over there. And now if you're North Miami, but the group that came in, like I said, their ball movement is impeccable. This is a group very talented defensively. They play a stifling style of defense. This is a team that wants to run and gun and just tear teams up quick and fast. These girls here, look for them to come out on fire here in this fourth quarter. Hampton, Masters in the corner, Musall.
Saw it. She kind of hesitated there.
Masters with the runner to start the quarter, gets it. Like I said, right out of the gate. Be ready, here comes the pressure. McKinney finds King. Gets it knocked away from Musall. Like I said, here's going to potential quick back-to-back buckets. Masters tracks it down. Masters to Musall. On the baseline. Finds Sailors. Sailors drive. Side of the lane. Runners up. No good. Rebound Sierra Hawley. Triton needs to answer here on this possession.
And you want to see them still play your game. You are up and you are aggressive and you are playing physical. You are playing great basketball, but still make it your possession. Still run your play. Still run what you need to do.
Riffle for 3. Can't drop it in. Hawley fighting for it underneath. Regains control. Draws the foul.
That'll put Sailors down with 4.
That's a big foul for North Miami. Coach Curtis and the official having a quick word. First free throw off the mark. And Holly again tickles the twine. Lead back to a one possession game. Trying to turn up in the full court. Sierra Holly fighting hard. And lost ball, and Riffle's got it. Triton's defense starting to speak volumes.
Holly
Sierra underneath again. Oh, wow.
Savannah.
Savannah.
Oh.
Lost that.
Right
I don't know.
there. Right
it looked from here. It looked close.
Mm-hmm.
But Triton going to turn up the pressure again. Masters shows how well this team passes off the face of Donaldson, and a turnover for the Warriors.
Musil out there. Props to that player right there. You can see her throughout this whole game. She's like, let's go, no stopping. You can see some of the frustration kind of sitting in with some of her teammates. They're not stopping by any means, but she is right there with them, keeping them in check. Hey, you keep going.
Sydney King for the tie. Can't drop it in. Hampton with the rebound. Back go the Warriors. Triton's getting the looks. Got to get them to convert.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you want to see. You keep taking the shots that you have.
Musil goes to Hampton. Now to Donaldson and to Masters in the corner. Back down into Hampton. Hampton sees a look. Banks open.
Great ball movement right there, seeing that in and out right down to the post.
Back to a two-possession game. Holly trying to get away from Musil with a tight defense. Uses the silent, but they're going to call it the hold on the far side.
That puts that put Musil down with 4. Her and Sailors both.
So Riffle to trigger the inbound. Now to McKinney.
Oh.
But takes off.
Happy feet. Got her caught up right there.
Not the movie either.
Riffle really pushing up on.
Masters, good find to Sailors,
Good.
and she's fouled in. One opportunity.
Ooh.
Coming for her. That one drops down the drain for this and one opportunity.
That one looked like the marble run.
The little marble, just nice and slow.
Holly only picking up her second foul, their first foul in the quarter for Trojans.
Sailors for 3 points the old-fashioned way and converts. Lead back to 8. Goes to King. Now to Riffle. Up the floor. 3-on-2. Riffle going to attack all the way. He tries to draw the foul. Cannot. Lost it out of bounds. The shot goes out of bounds. And it goes out of bounds.
On Warriors. Great input over here by Mr. Jeremy for his daughter, saying jump stop. Let those defensive players go by you and get your shot right open.
Oh, the bounce pass is a little too long.
And see Triton here kind of playing up in the game, getting more excited here. You want to stay up and you want to stay excited. You want to stay with the momentum, but still in your game. So
you got to play discipline. You got to hold your composure.
Gonna see
Masters
Gears
drives. Oh, they got Musil by herself, but Masters takes it in with the left hand, leads back to double digits. And like I said, they were going to come out their tails on fire, a 7-1 run here to start the fourth quarter. Triton behind the pass was behind. Musil converts again, and she now has 14 points.
Coach Faulkner taking a 30-second timeout there as Nadia Stetler and Avery Viewers will come in for the Trojans.
And one timeout remaining in Triton. This one quickly getting away from them.
Mm-hmm. And that's in a matter of just a minute. The game can change.
And that's where, and like that's where I said, and I said it to start off this deal. North Miami's going to come out and play in this fourth quarter, their tails on fire. Defensively, this is a team that can, they can afford to let a team go on a run. and let their defense bring them back into it. They don't need to panic, and that's why this group down here is all business down here. Triton, yes, use that excitement. Being excited, yeah, we went on a run. We got back in this ball game. You can do that again. But like I said, this is why North Miami, this is a team you cannot let off the gas, because they're not going to let off the gas whether they're up or down on the scoreboard. This is why this is a very good team to our left.
Absolutely not. And Triton here just really needing to look to answer more on those offensive possessions, whether it's drawing a foul, whether it's just 2 points. You can make it back within 2 point. You just got to be able to.
You got to make stops on their side. Up high, Holly. Went off of her foot, out of bounds. Masters with the basketball. Riffle called for the foul.
And put Riffle with her second on the night or afternoon.
Yeah, early afternoon. Early afternoon. I might still be able to get a nap today. Just saying, it potentially could happen. Oh, no, never mind. I got to change headlights. Never mind.
That might sound like fun.
And now the Triton youngsters trying to fire up their role models out there on the floor as Musall splits the lane, goes up strong, can't drop it in. Gets her own rebound. Talk about toughness with Musall. Donaldson baseline jumper's good. And the run continues. Holly stuck. Triton cannot call a timeout. They only have one remaining. Groves trying to get up the floor. To Riffle to cut the lead. Can't get it to drop in. Hampton in the corner. Tracks it down, and back go the Warriors.
Triton here really looking for a stop against this North Miami team.
So trying to get rid of it.
It'll be Gracie Riffle's back-to-back fouls right there. She will now rack up 3.
And right now, Triton, that's exactly right. As they're here, Jeremy Griffin to our right talking, keep fighting.
Absolutely.
Don't quit. You got to forget that scoreboard. I know you're down on there, and you got to remember the clock. But continue to battle here. Whether you win or lose this game, you need to find what's going to make it work here as the season goes on. You got to continue that toughness as Triton takes it away there. Holly to attack in the full court. She'll drive right hand, coast to coast. Sierra Holly with that one.
Ashli Faulkner pulling up her girls back up on a press.
Musall throws it into the crowd. They're going to say Triton touched it. And Ashli Faulkner, the competitiveness in her, not happy. Ashley's one of my favorite coaches. I love that energy. I love that energy. Can't say I wouldn't be the same.
Oh, no.
As my family knows, go to the O'Hara household during a Denver Broncos game or an Indiana Hoosiers game. I move a lot, right, Caden? Yep, he shakes his head. It's probably good not many people come watch that because the broadcast filter is not on. I don't talk very pleasantly. It's not always bad words, but they're just not very encouraging. Here comes Groves, steals it away, splits the defenders, goes up, jump stop, waits, finds Stetler, and lost it out of bounds.
See right there, Groves, great movement there as we were just talking about that jump stop, get the defenders past you, and seeing Stetler right there. Stetler just really needing to.
And they're really letting Stetler and Saylor battle for position. They're letting the bigs, they're really letting them kind of play, trying to come with some intensity. Groves call from
region. That'll be her third.
Trying with one foul to give.
Triton with 3 girls right now with 3, and then you have Musall and Sailors there with those big 4s.
This is the 10th meeting all time between these two groups dating back to the 85-86 season. The last time they met was the 2016 sectional, which came down to 2 points. Knocked away. Hampton attacks. Knocked away from Holly again. Stetler and Carell fighting in a foul call, and now they will go to the line for the bonus.
It will be her second.
Grell again, up. Can't get that one to convert. Stetler with the rebound. Now goes to Holly. Got to be smart here. Up the far sideline. Sierra splitting the defenders, lost it. Both sides expressing their displeasure. And that's why I am not an official.
Nope. Oh.
Oh, Caden got out of the way. Yeah. Oh my goodness, he caught it.
He's shaking his head so hard.
He can catch anything that is not a ball. By golly, he caught it.
Good job, Caden.
Oh!
Get it in. Oh, she hopped in the air.
She hopped. She hopped. Masters the inbound. Still high energy, and then granted it leads to double digits. Triton is not going away. I love the effort.
Not. And that's what you want to see from these girls. You don't want to see them kind of fall away from it. Oh, look at the scoreboard. No, you want to see them keep going. You keep fighting for it.
Donaldson underneath. Can't get the friendly bounce. It's a fight for with Veers and Donaldson, and Triton takes over.
And Masters, there's about 3 of them wrapped up in there.
And Holly's going to check in for Stetler.
Holly's done some really nice things here tonight, putting her back in, seeing what she can do for their girls here.
So Sierra Holly gets the basketball. Masters tight defense. Holly trying to cross it over. Falls to the floor. They're going to get a foul on Mutual. She's done.
Out. She's out.
Oh, and North Miami is livid.
Scoreboard calling out 5 there.
And I can see where North Miami's calling it
Yeah.
a loose ball. I mean, that she really didn't have possession. And that will send in Pickett. I see the argument, but
I do, but
unfortunately, we cannot change what the officials say. Goes to Groves. Here comes the double team. Groves got. Hold your water here. Holly goes through. Saylor trying to beat Donaldson now using the sideline. Tipped around. Saylor rips it away. Jump ball's the call, and the Warriors hang on to it. Holly thrown to the ground.
Oh, yeah, she gets up. She's one strong girl. I believe that's who McKinney's probably checking in for.
Sierra Holly has just been put through the ringer this year. Getting beat up every game. You look up the definition of toughness, and one of the toughest people I know is Sierra Holly. And a foul call on Triton.
I'll put Veers in here with 4.
She right now, the only one in danger of fouling out. Immediate danger, I guess, would be the more correct term. Saylor to the line for 2. Saylor gets not get the first one to drop in. 1 shot remaining. 2:44 to go in the ball game. 12 points separate the 2 teams. Goes through her sequence. Shot up on the way. At the back iron, too strong. Hampton, the freshman, gets the rebound. Here comes Veers, and she's done.
She's out.
It's 5 fouls. Yep, she has to come off. And Avery's got to keep her head up. That was she played hard today. You went out early.
Great game. Great defensive game all the way around.
Hampton drops it in. And she has been great from the free throw line here tonight. 3 of 5. Hit a couple pair of big threes. Off on the second one. It's kind of bouncing around. Holly tries to save it, but it's a good call because Holly went kind of that last minute, kind of reached and hit that ball and tapped it down. Got to keep up the intensity. timeout for North Miami. Going to use their second timeout. They'll have 3 timeouts remaining.
Our next JV varsity contest will be next Friday at Pioneer for boys.
For boys, I think I'll be back in time. We're hoping.
Well, you just got to make it there for varsity.
I'll get there. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I know some people that can drive fast. I could get Watkins to take me.
Oh, yeah, you could probably get an escort down there.
Yes, I get an escort down there. Masters receives the inbound, drives the baseline, feeds it to Sailors, and she goes the line for 2. It's her second. Of course, as we said, next week, the Tippecanoe Valley game and the Elkhart Christian game will not be streamed.
By us.
By us. But might be streamed by them. I will be in attendance for the Valley game.
Mm-hmm.
And then ECA, we will not be in attendance for.
And you're going to Lakeland Christian on Tuesday for boys.
Yep, for boys for film.
Mm-hmm.
That will be on YouTube eventually.
Eventually. Wait a minute, how much stuff am I taking?
A camera.
A camera.
He says a camera.
Is
Then
it
there's
the
going to be a
big
laptop.
one?
And then there's going to be this.
We'll
And then
do it the old-fashioned way. We put the camera on the scoreboard every now and then.
Well, can I get a little monitor so I don't have, because that's not a really good
Oh, you
angle
want
to
a
sit.
monitor?
I'd like one of those little ones you stick off the side would be nice. I got good eyesight, but with my glasses on I do, but here we go. 2:14, Sydney King, 3-pointer on the way, drops it in. Riffle with the foul. And that'll be her fourth.
You got to see what these girls are doing here. Get them to the line, get the ball back in your possession. But you got to also see there's quite some time left in this game. You can't take yourself out of it.
Because if North Miami proven anything, you want to go on a run in a hurry, take a page out of their book.
Get out in front early.
I'm telling you what,
cushion.
These Triton youngsters over here, I've been impressed by these young ladies all day today.
Usually it's a group of boys over here, and they're not here today.
No, they're all down here.
The varsity boys are all over
Oh, not varsity.
Well, that's usually during the boys' games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The boys' youngsters. We got the girl youngsters over here. Masters off the mark on the second, hit the first one. Holly gets trapped, but yeah.
Timeout, coach.
And that's the final timeout for the Trojans. Trailing by 12. And while they're down the scoreboard, this effort I've seen today is, the last 2 games, the effort just hasn't quite translated to what they do on the floor. Tonight, or this afternoon, you're seeing the effort really translate there. Next week's going to be tough. Tippecanoe Valley is going to be tough. Elkhart Christian is going to be tough. You look down this group here, you've got to start learning. Because, Christmas break comes, and it's going to kind of throw everything off. And then it's that final push when January 1st starts.
And that's just before Bi-County is those last couple weeks.
Yep, and then right after Bi-County, it's Judson and then sectional play.
Mm-hmm. And these girls, granted, have you had the season you've wanted? No. You can't say that. But what you can say is these girls have learned. They are proving it here tonight. They have progressed. They have buckled down, and they are doing what they need to do tonight. And though it may not be in your favor, like you said, the effort and the growth to sit here and be able to play, it's been very well.
But for me, going back, like I said, that conversation I had with Coach before the game about how this group responded that next day after LaVille in the film room, studying and seeing it on the screen and realizing it, this group, they were holding themselves accountable and say, nope, yep, they saw the difference. They know that they've got to be better. And they want to, this group I know wants to, and they've heard them talk, they want to put the work in. And they're going to. Groves gets the lead pass. Her and Hampton collide. Out of riffle. King wants it. Rush 3 on the way. Counted for Sydney King.
Coach Faulkner pushing her girls up, putting that pressure on this defense right now.
Trying to keep themselves in it. Masters drives on the way, blocked by Hawley. Groves. Here comes the pressure from behind. Got to get this. Sydney King and Riffle both tied for a team high 11 points. Triton got to continue to climb. Minute and a half to go. And a foul call on North Miami. Team foul. One foul to give for the Warriors. Gracie Riffle, the freshman, to trigger the inbound. Groves fakes it. Hawley deep two on the way. Off a little too strong. Didn't quite catch the rim. Hit the side of the basket. And a travel call on the Warriors. Groves off the inbound. Now goes to Hawley. Now to Sydney King again. That one's not going to quite catch. Hawley underneath. Put back is good.
Faulkner keeping her girls up and push as this league comes down to 7.
Trying with no timeouts remaining. A blocking foul called, and Riffle's done.
Like Coach Faulkner said, of course, it's a foul on her as discretion her displeasure as Gracie Riffle sits for the remainder of the game.
And Gracie Riffle, nothing hanging her head out. You talk about effort, play tough.
Oh my goodness! One of your lead scorers.
One of the leading scorers on the season, averaging most points per game. And Saylor off the back iron, no good. Saylor's again off on the first. Second one, can't hit the mark. King with the rebound. McKinney's down the floor, calling for it. Here comes Masters. McKinney draws the foul. So Chloe McKinney to the line for 2.
Masters picks up her 3rd foul there.
And the Triton youngster tickles the twine. You hear him tell her, you just knock it down. You got this. You knock it down. Nothing can fire you up more than a bunch of young kids encouraging you from the side. McKinney's in and out. Hawley gets the rebound, goes back up, gets it knocked away. It's a fight for the basketball on the floor. Triton has no timeouts remaining now, but jump ball's the call. It stays here with Triton.
Hawley kind of got stuck there for a while. It was just Donaldson on the ground with it. Hawley kind of saw it at her feet and just kind of fell to it and was like, hey, I get this.
Sydney King by herself. 3-pointer on the way. Off the mark, no good. Hampton lets it go out of bounds. And the Warriors have it with 42.9 seconds to go. They lead by 8. Or 6.
I was going to say,
It's okay. It's okay. Masters goes, and McKinney called for the foul.
That would be Kenny's 3rd.
Masters has been at the line today, 1 of 4. Heard a couple of trips on her 3rd trip here. Good on the first. Good on the second. Perfect trip. Tip by Sailors. Groves has got it. Tries to go to McKinney. Pickett knocks it away. Sailors there, gets the loose ball. Masters. Hawley trying to foul. And Triton, you can't hang your head just because you want to battle the rest of the way out.
Absolutely.
But the Trojans having a good second half. This is one, I think, their best second half in a game they've had this season. But North Miami just having a better one. I mean, if you look down, I mean, they've had the better fourth quarter. I said you've got to be ready right now. 18 points. Make it 18 points here put up in the fourth quarter by them. You had to be ready because they were coming. Good coaching by both sides. Masters knocks it away. And a timeout for North Miami. They'll take a full timeout. That's all they got left is full timeouts. They got 2 remaining. And I think today you look at Triton, this is a turning point for this team, and I think how to respond after a tough last few games. It's what you want to see. Of course, North Miami, got to be proud of them. You know, they were only a 2-point lead, and then you went on an 11-1 run to start the fourth quarter. That just shows how tough the North Miami is, and of course in their sectional, a team that's. If I can read through Julian's artwork here. They're in a sectional 55. There's some good teams there. They're in there with Southern Wells, who's 8-1 on the season, and this is a group. They got Tri-Central in there. It's going to be tough, and Northfield's going to be tough. Southwood's going to be tough. I believe they played Southwood already this season, and they beat Southwood. So I mean, North Miami's going to be a tough group, and I think the Hoosier needs to take focus because while they're new, this is a very good basketball team.
And absolutely, not only are they tough throughout the day, but they have showed how disciplined they truly are in their game and with each other. You can see Musel, she's out. She was one of their main voices. You could see that in her. And when she goes down, you see all these girls really step up and start talking to each other, bring out the frustration, and really just solidify yourself in this game.
Hampton up the floor. Donaldson and Hawley battling for position. Donaldson goes up and puts it in. 10-point ball game, 14 seconds. Hawley goes to sister Savannah. And Pickett's got it, and that's going to just about do it. The Warriors are going to win here in their first contest since 2016. That's their third win all time against the Trojans as they win here 51-41. And if you look at the
prediction,
29 and 28 points put up by both teams respectively. So big quarter, big second half, and you talk about 2 hard-fought teams tonight. I think next year's series is going to be just as good.
Yes.
So that being said, Orion's going to push the stats across for tonight. Team stats from outside the arc. The Warriors were 4 of 14. Triton was 7 of 20 from beyond the arc. Free throws, Triton was 10 of 18, 17 of 35 for the Warriors. Is that right? Okay. Yep. I just.
That's a lot.
Just felt like a lot. And then you look at the rebounds. Triton 34-22 won the rebound battle, but still the turnovers 34 for Triton, 22 for the Warriors.
Oh, sorry. I got your naps kicking in.
Well, don't do it yet. We're not done yet. North Miami leading the way with the game-high 14 points was Musall. Hampton added 11. Masters with 10, 9 for Donaldson, and 7 for Sailors. And Triton leading the way. Riffle and King both added 11. Hawley with 7, 5 for Groves, 4 for Sierra Hawley, and 3 for Chloe McKinney. And leading the way, almost Savannah Hawley, just 3 points and 1 rebound shy of a double-double here today. And with that being said, we're going to hang it up here from the Trojan Trench. And until next time, remember the Trojan way. Kicks it out to Riffle. Catch and shoot 3 on the way. Count it for Riffle. Kicks it out to Riffle. Catch and shoot 3 on the way. Count it for Riffle. Stetler gets it. Gets it knocked away. Donaldson right back. Easy laying up and in. And that's what Stetler gets it. Gets it knocked away. Donaldson right back. Easy laying up and in. And that's what here the third quarter. Musall again. Back-to-back baskets. Here the third quarter. Musall again. Back-to-back baskets. Goes back up with it. Gets a tip. McKinney's putback is good.
And right there with McKinney.
Goes back up with it. Gets a tip. McKinney's putback is good.
And right there with McKinney.
In the corner, feeds it down to Savannah Hawley underneath. Gets it to drop in. In the corner, feeds it down to Savannah Hawley underneath. Gets it to drop in. Goes to Riffle. She'll try a deep 3. Count it. Goes to Riffle. She'll try a deep 3. Count it. Takes a quick look at the clock with the runner at the buzzer. Can't drop it in. And Triton takes a quick look at the clock with the runner at the buzzer. Can't drop it in. And Triton.
She kind of hesitated there.
Masters with the runner to start the quarter. Gets it. Like I said.
She kind of hesitated there.
Masters with the runner to start the quarter. Gets it. Like I said. Down into Hampton. Hampton sees a look. Banks open.
Great ball movement right there, seeing that.
Down into Hampton. Hampton sees a look. Banks open.
Great ball movement right there, seeing that.
She's fouling. One opportunity. Coming for her. And she's fouling. One opportunity. Coming for her. Drives. Oh, they got Musaw by herself, but Masters takes it in with the left hand. Drives. Oh, they got Musaw by herself, but Masters takes it in with the left hand. Trying behind the pass was behind. Musaw convert. Trying behind the pass was behind. Musaw convert. Gets her own rebound. Talk about toughness with Musaw. Donaldson baseline jumper's good. Gets her own rebound. Talk about toughness with Musaw. Donaldson baseline jumper's good. Ryan takes it away there. Holly to attack in the full court. She'll drive right hand coast to coast. Ryan takes it away there. Holly to attack in the full court. She'll drive right hand coast to coast. 2:14. Sydney King. Three-pointer on the way. Drops it in. 2:14. Sydney King. Three-pointer on the way. Drops it in. King wants it. Rush three on the way. Counted for Sydney King. King wants it. Rush three on the way. Counted for Sydney King. Again, that one's not going to quite catch. Holly underneath. Put back is good. Again, that one's not going to quite catch. Holly underneath. Put back is good. Hampton up the floor. Donaldson and Holly battling for position. Donaldson goes up and puts it in. Hampton up the floor. Donaldson and Holly battling for position. Donaldson goes up and puts it in.